coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson-Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Thanks for coming to my games room. Today we're taking a look at TipOver by Think Fun. So when I look at the report card for TipOver, I'm going to give the number of players a B. Now I give it the B. This is a sort of an odd game in terms of the number of players because it doesn't have anywhere listed on the box the number of players, because it really, you can play with any number you want, which would make it seem like it should be much higher than a B. But then again, it really, to my mind, at its heart, is a game which is a solo game, maybe two people trying to figure it out, in which case then it's lower than a B. So I kind of average it out then to the B, because it can be, as I said, a group effort, and then you maybe have two teams playing against each other trying to figure out the same puzzle, or it could be just one person playing by themselves to pass the time or work on improving their brain. Either way, so in that way then, like, it's a little flexible, but really in my mind it's hard as a B. But then again, I think the opportunity is also there for the team versus teams challenge, so I give it the B. For learning, I'm going to give the game a B+. I think the game is one of those games, again, it's not going to teach a lot of heavy curricular knowledge in terms of math skills and language reading and things like that. But so it does have a bit of the coordinate geometry and things as you're looking to figure out where the pieces go. Things like it's those kinds of skills that you don't learn in school that you're going to be learning here. Those kinds of out of the box thinking, the problem solving, the logic, the deduction, and such, to come up with the solutions to these things, and that's going to be the real thing here. So I love this kind of game which goes outside of the regular kinds of thinking, the regular things that we're learning in school. So it's not going to be supporting any of those things, but to me this is equally, if not more important, because we need to, as people, to really develop and create, make our brains think creatively as well, which school doesn't really teach, often doesn't teach very well. So I think this kind of game is great for that reason. For fun, I'm going to give the game a B. I think this game is a lot of fun. It's challenging as you get higher through the levels. It can become more and more challenging. There's some little tricks and things to figure out as you're going along that Timothy and I were actually playing together, and we're going to be doing a playthrough for you very shortly of this game. But it's so as you get more familiar with it, it's like moments of things that you're doing, and I'll show you more of that when I show you how it's played. So, but overall, I think it's a really fun game. For me personally, I like it, and I think many people out there would like it too. For time, I'm going to give the game an A. That's because the game is, very quick to set up, very quick to clean up, because it's only a few of these towers and things that you're putting together for the board, and the board itself, and set up one card that you're using, and you're good to go. And you can play one mission or as many missions as you want, so the time is very flexible as well. So you don't have to play for any length of time. Once you start playing, you're not committed to playing for hours and hours unless you want to. But you could also, if you're very good at the game, you could maybe be finished very quickly one of the missions and then move on, do something else too. So that kind of time flexibility is really nice, so to fill in some time where you need to. And it's also really good, I think, for the classroom, because if a student is finished early and maybe has some time to do this for the 5 minutes while everybody else is finishing up, it's something that they can do on their own as well, quietly and independently until the other people are ready. For cost, I'm going to give the game a B. I looked around, and the only place I can find that is selling it right now is places like Amazon. They're selling it for like $24, which I think is a great price for this kind of game. I would talk to Level Up and see if they'd be able to get a distributor for Think Fun, and if so, maybe get some of their games in and see what kinds of prices they would have for it. But other than that, I think that this game is, if you can get it for $24, I think that's a good deal for the game. All right, let me take it to the table and I'll show you how it's played. Okay, so here is the board for TipOver. What you get with the game is you get 40 of these cards, and these cards are in 4 different levels. So then the first 10 are your beginner levels, your second 10 are your intermediate levels, your third 10 are your advanced, and your final 10 are your so I guess these are advanced and these are expert, yes. And so they get progressively difficult as they get along, obviously. And so they're going to show you, so if I'm just taking the first one here, you put it into the space provided here, and that way you're shows you where everything's going to go. And then you're going to, this is where that, what I talked about with the coordinate geometry is going to come, so just like 2 over, and the third one there is that color. And yellow is 1 down, 1 over. 2 down, 1 over, sorry. And then 1 down from the corner is this one. And notice each time I'm having the little 4x4 square, 2x2 array here of squares in there. So the purpose of the game is you're taking this little person here, and this person's called the tipper. And the tipper starts on one of these box tops, and it's marked with a red square, so you can see it's on the yellow one here. So I put the tipper in there. Now the tipper, and I mean it doesn't matter which way the tipper's facing because it's really just the idea of it. What you're doing now is you're tipping the boxes, these crates, to create a path for the tipper to get from the current crate to the red crate. So in this case, the first path, so as I tip this one over, you see now I can cross over here to this one, I can come up to here to this one, I can tip this one over to there, I go across. Now once it's over, now I'd be trapped here, I wouldn't be able to cross back over because you can't jump a gap nor can you move diagonally. So that's part of the trick. And then you tip that one down, and tips there, and then I'm able to now walk over to the red one. So that's the first one. As I said, the first one's very easy. There were some tricks and things. Timothy and I have been playing this for the last little while. Like when I say last little while, I mean the last hour or so. Just sort of getting a sense of some of them. And some of them were pretty clever in the way that they worked out. So let me show you like a more difficult beginner one here, number 9. And let me get this one set up here quickly. So there, nope, over, down there, and green and blue, and green, yellow, and then the red one is here. And it's like that. Okay, so what's difficult to see here is that there's actually 2 yellows. There's one yellow in here and another yellow here. The tipper person starts right there on the outside yellow one. So, like so. Okay. So let me see if I remember how this one goes. I walk over to this green one, and I tip it. And I still have the path over here to the yellow one, and I tip it that way. And I walk up to the blue one, down to the yellow one, and I tip it. And now, so I'm stuck going this way, so I'll walk up here and down here, I'll tip it. Walk over here up to the blue one, and I'll tip it. Walk across up to the green one, and I tip it. And follow the green across. There. So you see, I don't always have to tip every tower. So in this case, this blue tower didn't need to be tipped. The point is that I need to create a path of orthogonal squares to the final red square. And orthogonal here meaning, up or down, left or right, but not diagonally. Okay, and that's how I'd reach that one. And so you go through these, and as I say, as the levels go on, they get more progressively difficult. I mean, these ones, you can see they look fairly simple, just a few here and there. Whereas you get to the higher ones, and there's many more, and the red ones, it's quite complex. I imagine we haven't tried these ones yet. But what we're going to do now is, now that I've done this video, I'm going to wrap this one up, and then Timothy and I are going to do a little playthrough of this game. And we're going to try our first intermediate level together. We haven't tried the intermediate ones yet, so this is going to be our first time. All right, and that's how you play TipOver. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you have any questions about TipOver or any other suggestions, particularly for games from Think Fun, this isn't the first Think Fun game I've had on my channel, and I'm sure there's many more I'd like to get on here as well. Please, let me know about those in the comment section below. If you have any either ideas for games you might like me to cover or topics you might like me to discuss, please leave me that message in the comment section below. And please don't forget that this coming weekend, Saturday, November 2nd, 2019, I will be doing my 24-hour gaming marathon for raising money for the Extra Life campaign, all money going towards Toronto Sick Kids Hospital. So if you would like to support me on that, I will again put the link in the comment section below. Please do look to that, and if you're able to, please do donate to that very worthy cause. But until next time, I'm Craig Thompson with the Board Game Teacher saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school with me?